Dave.
But if you would, just kind of make it short and sweet, because I don't want to take anything out of the DA's press conference. And I'll be there with him if you have any questions there for me.
Yeah, this is mainly so we have something for the noon.
This is what?
This is mainly so we have something for the noon.
Right. One of you, somebody, tell me for.
Yeah, 111.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
Okay, Bob Colbert, COLBERT, Sheriff, Wagoner County.
So who is this today?
This is Tony Walling. He was arrested on a complaint of murder, reference to Jarret Clark case.
So why did it take so long to make this arrest?
Well, you know, you're talking mounds and mounds of years of paperwork, and you know, like we said before, the other arrest went through 3 different police agencies, 2 different grand juries, so we had to totally reinvestigate everything.
At this point, you went through all those grand juries and all of these different steps. Is this finally justice for the family?
Well, we're on the road. I mean, now we have the trials and all that, so, you know, 6, 7 years ago, they were being told to go back to Broken Arrow where they belong, by different officials and stuff. So going from having a son that was murdered to go back to Broken Arrow where you belong to this day where everybody's been arrested in this case other than the one suspect that was killed in a car crash. So I'm sure that they're elated, and you know, but like I said, it's still we got a long ways to go, and but at least now it'll be in the hands of 12 Wagoner County jurors.
What led to this particular arrest?
Again, just his involvement, and I'll leave that up to the DA at his press conference later this afternoon, but just the evidence that pointed towards him.
Do you know what all will be charged with?
Murder for sure, first-degree murder, and I don't know what other charges be amended or charged at a later point.
Will you give us a run through of what happened to Jarret Clark that night he died?
Well, Jarret had been on a camping trip with these people, and there was some type of altercation or something, and he was basically beaten and thrown face down in Wahoo Bay area and drowned.
And these people, Tony
Tony Walling.
And Courtney Manzer and Dana Miller are all involved.
They're all involved. I mean, obviously, you know, we presented a probable cause affidavit to the judge. The judge signed it. The DA has agreed with these charges and agreed to prosecute these cases.
What do you think was Tony's specific involvement? Did he hit him in the head? Was he the one that drug him or threw him?
Yeah, I'm
in the
not
leg?
going to get into any of that. That'll be the DA if he wants to, you know, get into that. But as far as evidence like that, we're not going to talk about.
I know this case took a long time to get to this point, and I know that it was one of the missions of when you took office.
Absolutely.
Do you feel a lot of pride in this at this point?
Well, yes, but I also feel a little embarrassment that this family had to go through this. Nobody would listen to him at the time, you know, and just things that weren't done that should have been done. And we have uncovered stuff that they weren't aware of, but, so, I mean, yeah, there's some pride, but more embarrassment for me than anything else that this family had to go through 8 years of this. No family, such as the Adam kid in Tahlequah. I know that the DA's office is working very hard on that case, and I know that someday they'll get closure for that family. And so, you know, yeah, it's pride, but it's also nobody should have to go through this.
Do you think there's any more arrests coming in this case, or is this it that you know of?
I don't foresee any more arrests in this case. Like I said, it's just the, you know, the one other guy, Brandon Hargrove, who was killed in a car crash shortly, a few years after this deal. So at this point, I don't see any other arrests other than these 3.
Tony's last name, how do you spell that? How old was he?
Who's that?
The suspect is by Tony was.
Yeah, you'll get all that at the press release at 12:30 with his name, date of birth, and all that stuff. Okay?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
Jarret. I appreciate it.